Hello everybody and welcome to a new channel update video. It has been quite some time since the last channel update, but there wasn't really anything to update for a long time because I've just been playing the same game, Baldur's Gate 3, all this time. However, as my quest journal in that game is starting to get emptier and emptier, I'm sure some of you have been wondering what is going to come up next once I'm done with that game. And I will give you some answers to that, at least like half of it. For the other half, I'm actually going to need your feedback. Now, when I started Baldur's Gate 3, I knew it was going to be a very long game, so I decided I would be playing only Baldur's Gate 3 and no other game during that time. As you may remember, before that I used to play 2 games and alternate between upload days, but in hindsight, just playing 1 game for Baldur's Gate 3 definitely was the right call, because just imagine if I would have played this game with only 2 uploads per week, I probably still would be stuck in the Shadow Curse lands or something. However, after playing 1 game for such a long time and nothing else, I think I could need a little bit more diversity again, and maybe so could you. So, and that is the first announcement of this update video, I will be going back to a 2-game schedule. So there will be 2 games, each with 2 uploads per week on the same days as currently, but alternating from upload day to upload day. And now you may ask, what 2 games am I going to play? Now, one of the games already is decided, because I pretty much already decided that before even starting Baldur's Gate 3, and I'm pretty sure I even announced it back then that, I would be playing this game next once I'm done with Baldur's Gate. And yeah, that game is Dragon Age: The Veilguard. So if you have been waiting for that all this time, it's finally going to happen. And I do realize that the game, from what I've heard, has somewhat of a mixed reception. But, I mean, that hasn't stopped me before, right? In the end, I have to play it for myself and make my own judgment. And, I mean, when I started, like, Mass Effect Andromeda, that game also had somewhat mixed reviews. And while I had some obvious points of criticism about that game, I still had a good time playing it, and I didn't regret playing it. And I mean, in the end, it's Dragon Age. It's what started my channel, and with Inquisition or Trespasser ending with a bit of a cliffhanger, obviously, I want to, continue that journey. So, Dragon Age: The Veilguard is one of the games that I will start once I'm done with Baldur's Gate. As for the second game, I think I will have another voting on that. Specifically, I will put up a YouTube poll where I pick 4 games that you can vote on. 4 games because that is the maximum amount of choices you can have in a YouTube poll. And in this video, in this comment section, you have now the opportunity to give me more suggestions. Obviously, I do have like a list with stuff that gets suggested to me every now and then, but it's been a while since, I started new games, so I haven't been getting that many suggestions in recent times. So there might be newer games that are not on the list yet, or maybe you just want to make sure that your favorite games are on the list. So feel free to just suggest whatever you like. I have like 3 criteria for games that I will pick for this poll. One criteria is that after, coming off of such a long game, I kind of want to, not to jump into the next crushingly long game. It can be longish, like the Veilguard, for example. If I look at that site, howlongtobeat.com, clocks in at around 80 hours for completionist. So something in that wheelhouse is okay, but it shouldn't be that much longer than that. Which, I'm sorry to say, will disqualify stuff like Red Dead Redemption 2 or Fallout 4, both of which are somewhere around 200 hours for a full playthrough. So medium-sized games, shorter games, or longish games, but not like super long games. That's what I'm looking for these next 2 games. Secondly, obviously, the game should kind of fit my channel. And while I do like RPGs or decision-based games, they don't have to be that kind of game, but they should be loosely story-based. And I'm using that definition very generously. I mean, I played games like Resident Evil 2 Remake. Yes, that has a story, but barely so. Or the Tomb Raider games or whatever. But what I'm saying is I'm not going to play like, I don't know, a pure first-person shooter or a racing game or, I don't know, a simulation game like Crusader Kings 2, as much fun as that game is. I'm looking for broadly narrative-based games. I think you understand what I'm saying with that. And finally, obviously, it should be a game I haven't played before. But since I don't really play any games other than the stuff I play for my channel, because I don't really have the time, there isn't really many games that fall into that category. 2 games that sometimes get suggested that fall into that category are Skyrim and Knights of the Old Republic. These are games I've played before making this channel, so I'm not going to play them here again because I want to focus on like blind first-time playthroughs. But other than that, if it fits these criteria, feel free to suggest, and then I will pick 4 games, the ones that I'm most interested in myself, because in the end, I'm the one who has to play them, so I should be interested in them as well, obviously. And I will put up a poll with these 4 choices, and you can cast your vote. I will probably post the poll the weekend of the 15th, 16th of August, so you have until then to give me your suggestions. And after that, I will probably leave the poll open for about a week. And then we will have a winner and a full schedule for the time after Baldur's Gate. So it's going to be Dragon Age, the Veilguard, and the winner of that poll. So yeah, that's really all I have to say, I suppose. Maybe one other thing. Once I'm done with Baldur's Gate, I will probably take a slightly longer break than usual, maybe around 2 weeks or something, because, you know, sometimes I just have to recuperate and just want to do some other stuff than recording. And after such a long game, I think I have earned a slightly longer rest. But then we will jump back in with Dragon Age and, you know, the winner of the poll. And until then, yeah, please leave your suggestions, and I will go through the comments and pick out some games that you can vote on. And yeah, that's all I have to say. I hope that you will join me on my home stretch with Baldur's Gate. We're getting close to the end, I'm sure. So I'm sure that's going to be exciting. But until then, as always, thank you for watching, and see you again next time.